Welcome to the Early Child's Corner, where we support children under 5 in 5 key areas of development. My name is Allison Reinking. I work for Central Jersey Family Health Consortium as the program manager and early childhood specialist of our Central Intake Family Connections program. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that could bring a lot of stress and unease into one's home: sibling rivalry. We all hope that our children will be the best of friends, but unfortunately, it's very common for children to feel jealous and competitive towards their brother or sister. Competing for toys and attention can start even before the second child is born and may continue as the children age. We've gathered a group of panelists to discuss this topic and answer some of your questions our families have raised. So I'd like to start, if we could do some introductions and go around so our viewers know who's in the room. And Cynthia, do you want to go ahead and kick us off?
Sure, yes. Hi, my name is Cynthia Moorhead. I'm the supervisor for Nurse-Family Partnership. We cover Middlesex and Somerset County. Happy to be here.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Deneen McLaughlin. I'm a nurse home visitor with Nurse Family Partnership.
Welcome.
Hello, my name is Mercedes Farfan. I am a nurse home visitor, and nice to be in here.
We're so glad to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm Elena. I'm the supervisor of Middlesex Parents as Teachers.
Welcome, Elena.
Hello, my name is Esther Barrett, and I am one of the parent educators for Parents as Teachers.
Hi, Esther.
Hi, my name is Iradi Zagira. I'm one of the other parent educators for the program Parents as Teachers.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Mallara. I am the program supervisor for Perth Amboy Healthy Families and Monmouth Parents as Teachers.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Hello, my name is Genesis Vasquez. I'm a family support worker with Healthy Families in Perth Amboy.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Surelis de Lima, and I'm the program supervisor for Healthy Families within Middlesex and Somerset County.
Hi, Surelis. Okay, so as you can see, we have a great team here. And before we get into the topic of sibling rivalry, I love it if someone could share with our audience about a little bit about home visiting programs.
I'd like to share. So I have the unique opportunity of having experience with all 3 models represented here today. I was introduced to the world of home visitation by a friend who was being visited by a nurse. And she said, she asked me, would you like a nurse to come? As you know, I was a first-time mom under 28 weeks. And I said, of course, I would love to have a nurse to support me because I didn't know what I was getting into with my first pregnancy. And I didn't know what that would entail, but I am so happy I crossed paths with my nurse. It was really stressful as everyone has an opinion of how you should raise your child. And when she brought me the information, research-based information, I was able to make my own decisions of how I wanted to raise my child. So that was one less stressor. She prepared me to be in charge for my birth, my way. She helped me to advocate for myself in so many ways. And so she introduced me to my boss, who then interviewed me for Perth Amboy Healthy Families and Monmouth Parents as Teachers. And here I am now to her. And in addition to that, I just want to let everyone know that our programs, Healthy Family and Parents as Teachers, the information that we have is all based off of the Parents as Teachers curriculum. It's not that we're giving you our opinion of how you should raise your child, but everything is research-based. And we definitely want to support the parents with the 5 protective factors, which include parenting knowledge, concrete referrals and resources in times of need, social connections, which are all really important.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for sharing that. Something that you said really struck me. Well, one, that you're bringing families evidence-based information, but you're empowering them to then take the information and consciously make parenting decisions on their own. And I think that's wonderful because, we only know how to parent from our parents. And that could be wonderful and beautiful, but it sounds like you're also offering some additional perspectives and really just that element of empowerment. So thanks for sharing that. So as you can see, we have a room full of experts here for you today. And I'd love to just get into our first question. And this comes from a mom. And it reads, my older daughter has changed a lot since I came home with the baby. At first, she was excited to see her baby sister, but now she wants to play rough with her. I'm afraid to let her come around the baby because she may hurt her baby sister. Does anyone have any suggestions or ideas for this mom?
I'll take a crack at it. So when bringing in a new sibling into the home, it can get a little bit overwhelming. So allowing your older child to feel important through positive feedback. So making sure you're saying, the baby just smiled at you, or she thinks you are a great big sibling. Again, positive feedback can go a long way, as well as reinforcing good behavior. Because when you reinforce good behavior, it allows repetition of those behaviors. And then making sure that your child also has their feelings heard and seen. So allowing them to understand their feelings can help them understand to communicate about what's upsetting them right there and then. And then lastly, don't try to make everything equal between your new baby and your current child, because each child's unique, and then you have to work for a balance among both of their individual relationships.
That's some great advice. Thank you. Does anyone want to add to that before we move on?
Yeah, I'd like to actually suggest an activity that we give to a lot of the families before and even after the baby's born. Ideally before the baby's born. It's called Bears with Feelings. And what you do is you take a little stuffed animal and you can demonstrate what it's like to play nice with the baby, talk to the baby, give the baby a hug or a kiss, and also just kind of showing them how they could involve a new baby in daily routines. And you might even let your toddler hold the stuffed animal as if it was holding a baby, things like that. And it helps them get a better sense of what it's going to be like when that baby comes home.
I love that activity. And I could see a soon to be older sibling really getting into that and just making it playful. I think they would be really receptive to that idea. Thank you so much. Okay, next question. Now that I'm working from home, I asked my 8-year-old daughter to help me bring my toddler to the bathroom. The other day, my 8-year-old got frustrated with my little one and screamed at her. Now my little one won't go to the bathroom unless he's with me. Help, I have a lot of work to do and I really need my 8-year-old to help. How can I make my toddler go with his sister?
So for this question, it's really normal for children to get frustrated. And even as adults, we can get frustrated. So, for the older child, the best way of helping her would probably be, having her identify and understand her feelings and just finding ways just to help them communicate that problem and thinking of a solution. And obviously trying to find a way to deal with that frustration as well. And for the youngest, I would say just reassuring her and, bringing the toddler in every time she goes into the bathroom with her, just to help her out, just to create that routine once more. And obviously, building on that relationship with her siblings.
That's great. Feeling identification is so important, right? And you're right, we all get frustrated, adults too. I have on my refrigerator all of those feeling faces, and it's something we bring a lot into conversation with my kids. It's like, okay, point to the feeling. How are you feeling? So they get to really understand what's going on for them and the source of their frustration. I was wondering if anyone would have any additional thoughts on, supporting that little one and going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I guess I can add something. So it's good to remember too that the whole process of trying to potty train is one that requires a lot of patience, a lot of care, because you want it to be a positive experience for the toddler. So ideally, you want to allow your 8-year-old to help once your toddler already has their routine set and they understand what the process is like. And you want to also encourage your 8-year-old, you know, in a way, telling them, thank you so much for helping, or if you do ever need help, you can quickly come and get me, because again, you just want to make it a positive experience so that in the long run, those are the types of feelings your toddler associates with you, going to the bathroom and learning something new.
Thanks, Genesis. Okay, so we can move on to the next question. I'm just pulling it up. Okay, my 3.5-year-old is acting like a baby all of a sudden. Ever since I came home from the hospital with his baby brother, he's begun to talk in 2-word sentences. He chews with his mouth open, which he wasn't doing before, and he only wants me to bathe him and cuddle him at night. I tell him I have to feed the baby and change his diaper, and he gets really upset and starts having a tantrum. What can I do?
So it is common for children to revert back to a lot of those behaviors. And it's important to just remember that they can start to feel the difference of the attention going from just them to also the baby. And that is normal. And at that age, at 3.5, they're basically learning how to deal with their feelings in a part of the brain that still is sorting all that out. So they still need a lot of practice identifying feelings and knowing what that means in a certain situation. So one thing you could definitely try to do is talk about feelings, try to give a label to what they're feeling, and start to give them words to be able to express what they're feeling in that situation. And also during the tantrums, it's also pretty helpful to remember trying to talk about feelings during a tantrum is not as effective as waiting until the child is a little more calm and you can actually start to help them deal with those emotions that they were dealing with before. And I think another great thing to do is to also try to find maybe some time that you can spend specifically with the older child. Maybe when the baby's napping, you can do something just, you know, very special with that toddler. If that's not possible, choosing activities that you can apply to both children. So one great example is playing with blocks. When you have a newborn or an infant, you can use the blocks to give them, you know, they can try to chew on it, experiment on it with that. And then that really facilitates the motor skills that they're practicing at that age. But your older child is gonna love stacking the blocks, and, you know, you can knock them down and talk about, wow, they went boom, and talk about, you know, a lot of things with them because they're practicing language at that age. So both children are gonna get your shared attention, but you're paying attention to them in very specific ways. So that's usually helpful. And I guess the last thing that I would mention is to also compliment your toddler on being a great big brother, being such a great helper. Maybe during those moments when you're changing the diaper and doing things that you have to do during the day, maybe to just separate a little basket with maybe one diaper, the wipes, or maybe the lotion that you use for the baby, and your toddler can be responsible for that job during the diaper change. So they feel like they're a part of your routine and that they're special and, you know, great big brother, or whatever it is that, you know, you want to encourage them to keep doing.
Thank you. Those were such great tips. Does anyone have any other ideas? I mean, that was pretty comprehensive, but I just wanted to give anyone on the call an opportunity to tackle any of the questions that we asked, or just add some additional insight into the conversation.
I was just going to add very quickly that it's also very important to start getting ready before the baby actually arrives, getting them understanding that process. And one of the best ways, obviously, is like sharing the news that mommy is expecting. But you know, a good thing to do is actually do it when the belly is actually showing, because they don't understand much of the concept until they actually see it. Getting them ready, there's a lot of literature out there, books, many things that the kid can start doing to get ready. And then making sure that also family relatives are having realistic expectations when it comes to the arrival of the baby. And obviously, whenever they come up, make sure to greet the child, the sibling, because they might feel a little bit left out. It's a whole new situation. And like Genesis was sharing, they don't understand their feelings that much at that age. So it's one of the few things that we can actually start doing before the baby arrives.
Thank you, Sorellis. Okay, well, we hope that this helped answer some of your questions and will help you transition a new baby into your home with a little bit more peace and joy, and also making that older child feel special, appreciated, and really step into their role of an older sibling. We'd love to just share how you could connect with us. So if you are interested in connecting with a home visiting program, the best thing to do is to go through Central Intake. And Central Intake, you could call our toll-free number in Middlesex County. And that number is the toll-free number 888-551-6217. That's 888-551-6217. You'll leave your contact information and let them on the voicemail just express what you're interested in, and we'll make sure to get you connected with the right program. Thanks again for listening, and everyone have a great day.